Okay, we're going to play a game of 40k today. It's going to be Tau versus Demons. Demons won the roll-off to go first, but of course, Demons don't ever deploy. So here's what I've got. I've got a unit of 12 Bloodletters, and another unit exactly the same. 2 units of 10 Plague Bearers, 3 squads of 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, a Soul Grinder with Phlegm, a Skull Taker on Chariot. That's about halfway done. You'll have to apologize. It's a new army. I'm still working on all the conversions. A custom Greater Demon. I don't like how small they are, so I'm building a bigger one. A Demon Prince, 5 Flesh Hounds, and a 15-man squad of Demonettes. Then on the Tau side, there's a unit of 6 Stealth Suits, which have infiltrated, a unit of 8 Pathfinders and their Devilfish, a unit of 9 Fire Warriors, a unit of 3 suits. All of the suits have the same loadout, which is a multi-tracker, plasma rifle, and missile pod. So there's 3 of those. Another unit exactly like it. A unit of, a Shasso and battle suit with bodyguard and some shield drones. All of them again, missile pod, plasma rifle, a Hammerhead, a unit of 10 Fire Warriors, and a unit of 8 Pathfinders, and both of those have Devilfish. So that's it. We'll be back with turn 1 Demons unless Tau are going to steal the initiative. They do not on the roll of a 4, so we'll be back with Chaos turn 1. End of Demons turn 1. I did not get my preferred wave, which kind of sucked. So a unit of Bloodletters scattered from here way back into the middle of that. Need to push the objective back, sorry about that. Way back into that, they ran just kind of spread out, got a really nice run move, so they went ahead and went up a level. Plague Bears started off over here, scattered over there. Flesh Hounds started off over here, scattered over there, then they ran just to get into cover. Warlord trait I rolled was the Master of Ruins or whatever, the one that gives you stealth in ruins and move through cover. So that's going to be a big help to some of this stuff, especially like the Soul Grinder, who basically spot on hit in the middle, or right there on the edge of those ruins. So he's going to be getting a 3+ cover save, which is awesome. Flamers hit square on against the stealth suits. Did their Breath of Chaos and wiped out 4 of them. They did, however, stick around. So that was it. We'll be back at the end of turn 1 Tau. End of Tau turn 1. Quite a bit of punishing fire. Shots from this squad of Fire Warriors, that squad of Crisis Suits, with the help of some marker lights from this unit of Pathfinders, knocked me down to 4 Bloodletters. This squad of Crisis Suits, along with these Stealth Suits, fired in and knocked me down to just 1 Flesh Hound. Shots from this Crisis Suit and this Devilfish took down 2 of the Plague Bearers. Shots from this Devilfish knocked down 1 of the 3 Flamers. And then shots from this Devilfish and this Pathfinder unit, this Fire Warrior unit, supported by some marker lights from the Pathfinders, completely knocked out Skull Taker. So that was it for turn 1 Tau. We'll be back with turn 2 Demons. End of Chaos turn 2. The Demonettes, Bloodletters, and Demon Prince came in from reserve. Various degrees of scatter. These scattered quite a bit, and so did the Demon Prince. Bloodthirster and another unit of Flamers still in reserve. 1 unit of Flamers did come in, but rolled on top of a unit and then rolled a 1 for their mishap, so they were destroyed. Other than that, shooting phase, not much happened. I knocked a hull point off of this from the Flamers and got a pin with my Soul Grinder on this Hammerhead and immobilized it. Then in the close combat phase, the Bloodletters assaulted the Stealth Suits and wiped them out. The remaining Fleshhound charged into the unit of Pathfinders, got 4 Overwatch hits against him, 3 wounds, and he managed to save all 3 of them. Up here, the Bloodletters assaulted into the the Fire Warriors. Didn't take any wounds from Overwatch, but because they were assaulting through cover, had to go last. Lost 2 to close combat tau, but then still managed to win combat by 2. So the tau stuck it out, and they are locked in combat. Other than that, not much happened, so we'll be back at the end of tau turn 2. Turn 2 for the tau. Some shooting at the Plague Bears knocked down 2 or 3 of them. Some shooting at the Demonettes only knocked down 2 thanks to the cover saves. Shooting at the Bloodletters was really effective. They managed to knock me down to just 3. And then over here, they knocked down the 2 remaining Flamers. So that was it. We'll be back with turn 3 Chaos Demons. End of turn 3 for the Chaos Demons. The Bloodthirster came in, and the last unit of Flamers came in. The Flamers scattered just a little bit because I was trying to go for this unit of suits. Scattered over just out of range. So the Demon Prince moved up, the Demonettes moved up, the Plague Bears moved up towards this unit of suits, and then this unit moved up. In the shooting phase, between the Breath of Chaos from the Flamers and the Breath of Chaos from the Demon Prince there, managed to knock out just enough of the Fire Warriors and Pathfinders to make them take a morale test. They both failed, and they both rolled high enough to run off the table, so that was really good. Then the Phlegm from the Soul Grinder shot in over here against the Chasseau's unit, managed to get 3 good hits, and because it's strength 8 and insta-killing, and knocked out 2 of the battle suits and 1 of the shield drones, so it's just the Chasseau and his shield drone left. Because of that, the Bloodletters were outside of charge range. So without thinking about the fact that they could charge over here to the Devilfish, I went ahead and declared it. They didn't take any wounds from Overwatch, but they did fail to get into combat. The Plague Bears assaulted in against the battle suits and didn't take any Overwatch. Managed to take 1 wound in close combat that they didn't save, and didn't do any wounds unsaved, but they're sticking it out. The Demonettes moved out of cover and assaulted the battlesuits here. Didn't take any Overwatch wounds. They managed to do 3 wounds and took none in return. And the battlesuits fled from combat and were cut down by the Demonettes. And then the Bloodletters up here finished off the remaining Fire Warriors. And then the 1 lone Fleshhound didn't manage to do any, or did 1 unsaved wound, and then bit the bullet when the Tau retaliated. So that was it for Demons turn 3. Tau looking pretty sparse on the board, but we'll see what they can't do when it's at the end of their turn. End of Tau turn 3, and some fairly ballsy moves on the Tau's part. Bunch of shooting from basically these 3 vehicles into the Demonettes, managed to knock them down to just 4 left. Shooting from these Pathfinders up into the Bloodletters, didn't manage to do any wounds with shooting, but they charged in, and after taking a couple wounds, managed to knock them down. And then over here, the Chasseau shot into the Bloodletters, did 1 wound, and then charged in, did another wound in close combat after losing his shield drone. So that was it. We'll be back with turn 4 for the Demons. End of turn 4 for the Demons. The Demon Prince moved up to help out the Bloodletter in the assault. The remaining Demonettes moved over to try and knock out the Railgun. The Bloodthirster moved across the Devilfish and Vector Striked it, taking 2 hull points. And the, no, that was it. Oh, and the Flamers moved up to try and take out these 2 vehicles with the Breath of Chaos. In the shooting phase, the Flamers managed to knock this vehicle down because it already had a hull point missing, and put 2 hull points of damage on this one. Then in the assault phase, the Demonettes assaulted the Hammerhead, blew it up, managed to kill 2 of them. The Flamers assaulted into this Devilfish and managed to get 1 more hull point gone. And then the Demon Prince moved in to help out the Bloodletter, used his smash attacks to make himself strength 10, and insta-killed the Shaso with the only wound he failed to save. So that was it. We'll be back with Tau turn 4. Tau turn 4. Not much happened, only 2 units could shoot, and both of them shot to knock out the Demonettes. So that was it. We'll be back with Chaos Demon turn 5. Okay, turn 5 wrap up. In my turn, the Demon Prince and Bloodthirster assaulted into the battle suits here, managed to wipe them out with just the Bloodthirster's attacks. Then the Flamers moved up and flamed into the Pathfinders, took out 2 or 3 of them. They failed their morale but didn't run far enough to run off the table. Then in their turn they rallied and shot the Plague Bear to death. And this Devilfish moved and shot the 1 remaining Bloodletter to death. The game did end. Total points is 3 for the Demons for holding the point, 1 for Linebreaker, and 1 for Slay the Warlord, and 1 for the Hammerhead that I destroyed. So a total of 6 to the Tau's 1. So for First Blood. So that was it for the game, Victor.
Good game.
Good game. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.